Whammy wham wham woo.
Action!
Welcome back to Coming This Summer. JB and Martin, super bad. Ryan, super bad.
Wizzy wham wham sharp.
Super bad. I've lost it. So it's official. It was a rumor yesterday. It looks like it's been confirmed today.
The first Marvel releases in China since 2019.
Almost 4 years.
Almost 4 years. What was the last one? Did Far From Home make it in? Or Endgame?
Endgame might have been the last.
Wow. But Endgame was 2018? 2019, right?
Okay, so maybe it was Far From Home.
Maybe it was Far From Home. I think it was Far From Home.
I gotta go back and read the article. We read 17,000 things, and then I start forgetting
and
dates
bring them
and
to
times.
you.
But
the viewer.
Here's why this is a big deal.
Black Panther, Antman, Quantumania, February, China releases.
Both of it.
Yep.
I just want to real quick dive into the reason why this is a big deal.
Pretty crazy.
There's a lot of super nerds like us, but we're not like the kind of nerds that are like, well, this movie wasn't successful because it only made $840 million.
I don't give a fuck about money. Yeah, no, if a movie's good, it's good.
It
you know
does
what I mean?
matter if we want sequels and people to shut up.
That's true. You're right. No, you're right. Yeah.
Because if Black Panther... Okay, I'll give you an example. Doctor Strange made $946 million worldwide without a China, Russia, Ukraine release.
Right.
If that movie would have been released in China,
those markets,
even just China, it breaks $1 billion.
Oh yeah, easily.
People, Doctor Strange was
Did
a
Avatar
flop.
get those?
Avatar got clearance.
Yeah,
because he's James Cameron.
I figured.
They said we're not releasing that, and he went, "Hey, that's James."
I went to the bottom of the fucking ocean.
It's James, and they're like, "What were we thinking?"
I made.
They gave
Titanic.
him an extension because
Yeah.
here's what people don't know either.
They have
they have a limit.
The cam phone.
Well, and when you get a release date in China, China gives you X days that it can play in the theater, and then that's it. It doesn't matter if that movie is making gangbusters every single day up to the last day, still making $10 million.
Does that vary per movie?
It does.
It's decided per movie. Okay.
Like Avatar got an extension.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying. And which is like, go back to give an example. If Doctor Strange would have made $1 billion, people would have been like, it was a success. Everybody tries to say it's a failure because it didn't make $1 billion, even though it made way over its budget and all that. But because Thor, for example, Thor would have made probably another $150 million
if it was put out in those markets. Absolutely, yeah.
Black Panther 2, like all these movies that didn't have these.
Yeah.
So now now Ant-Man's gonna have an advantage, and now people are gonna go, well, Ant-Man made more money because it was released in China.
Okay, I see what you're trying to say. Yeah.
This is what
you're trying to ask if it's fair. Whether
I'm
saying
like
this,
that's the argument you're going to get now.
Yeah.
But I think it's better overall because even though they say it's around 25% is the gross the studios get from China, unlike the normal 50% roughly. So they do make less money, but it still makes the overall.
I'm not saying
gross
if it's fair to
higher.
like release it. I'm saying it's unfair for people to like even do that. To be like, well, it made more because of X, and it's like, well, obviously, but like if you take into account what that made, you can math it up and kind of figure out what Doctor Strange would have made.
Well, we should show you
in
other
China.
movies like Black Adam.
Go trace other China movie releases, and then like how long Doctor Strange was going to be in theaters based on other Marvel movies.
Oh no, I guarantee.
You
you can look at Doctor Strange 1.
Yeah, right, exactly,
and just say even if it fell this much or whatever, it was going to make $50 million,
right,
to get it over the hump.
Yeah,
it would have.
Yeah.
But okay, that's another example, like Black Adam. If that would have made a China release, The Rock is huge in China because he is. That probably makes another $80 to $100 million.
He would be
and now
James
the movie
Gunn.
is not a gigantic.
And he would be probably more in the
at least
spot
they
that
maybe
he is.
not fire
probably
him
more suited to be
right.
Yeah,
maybe he
got
got a little more.
Maybe he would have come
play.
off for Black or Shazam. You know, to do that. Yeah. I don't know.
But
it is cool that
it
is cool.
It's
yeah, it is
kind of crazy
cool.
that Black Panther's taken that long. But Ant-Man, that normally means because from what I've read, China
I
doesn't
think
like.
That's why though, because Ant-Man is getting it, and it's
like Ant-Man probably doesn't. China doesn't like.
China's getting too
skeleton
movies,
imagery.
I mean? Okay.
And they don't like a lot of magic elements.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is just like science-y.
Yeah.
It looks like, and there's probably not a lot of death imagery like that.
And sci-fi is great.
Sci-fi's fine with sci-fi.
Oh yeah. Sci-fi's fine.
So because you think about how heavy like
it's sci-fi,
and they don't like gods and religion stuff.
Okay.
So like Thor getting released. Doctor
Nope.
Strange magic.
Nope.
So that count that one.
No,
out.
Gore is like the god of death, like allegory. You know what I mean? So it's like that's a.
This is just quantum physics and that's how they're gonna spin that.
Yeah.
And that's how they got the release.
There is that like Buddha-looking dude who shows up at the beginning of Thor. So I can see.
That's what I'm saying. And they do the whole scene with all the gods.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and they get real.
That makes sense.
So
That's
Ant-Man
fine.
probably is just a heist movie, and I'm praying it is like the first two, but like on an epic scale.
Well, that
which
has
I have
nothing to do with real world shit.
But that's what I'm saying.
Other than
it's
like
not
maybe
magic.
some like baseline quantum physics.
But it's
that
technology
they, like,
based,
up
and
to
they like
1,000.
that.
Yeah.
That's not the same as magic. It's tech. So that's fine. Seriously, but it's stupid. But that's the way those.
Yeah,
that's the way those countries are. We can't have this.
If that's what it takes to get the movies out, then then fine. If you don't want to put Thor's out,
I just want Ant-Man to be a smash, so we can get a fourth Ant-Man movie.
I hope
that's what I want.
I hope.
I'm super excited for that. But
I think this movie, having Kang and having it be such an important MCU movie, it almost had to get a worldwide release.
Yeah, they probably.
No matter what
it was. They probably twisted some nips.
They probably twisted the nippies.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Feige bot got in there.
Feige bot. Yeah. Well, that's an actual thing now in the MCU. So we can't make the joke because they made the meta joke
for us.
It's Velma, Velma-itis, She-Hulk-itis. All right, we're done. Catch us next time where we bring you our review of something. Maybe a trailer drops,
or a
maybe
news
some
story.
Numbers, or a news story. I don't know. CTS, baby.